Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Monday, August 1st. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, come up to the microphone, give us your name and address, and state your business, please. I am going to add a item under new business, B, letter of resignation from Member Kleeman. We'll put that under B, new business, letter of resignation. Could I have the roll call, please?
Cedar,
Here.
Foley,
Here.
Kinsfater,
Here.
Kleeman, Cuffa, Laporte,
Here.
McCartney.
Here. I would make a motion, Your Honor, to excuse Member Cuffa from tonight's meeting.
I'll support.
All right, the motion is made to excuse Member Kufa. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? For consent agenda A, City Council minutes of July 18th, 2016, special and regular meetings. Recommendation approved, and the Harbor Commission minutes of July 16th, 2016 meeting. Recommendation accept.
Motion to approve A and B as presented, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'd second that motion. However, I'd like to correct the minutes to reflect the date of Mondays, July 18th instead of Tuesday.
All right. Any other questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let's go to 5A, ordinance introduction 2016-11, Chapter 70, Article 1, waterways launch ramp fees. Is this Mr. Booth or Katie?
Katie?
I was looking here for questions. In place of mention, Harbor Commission.
Give us some summary, please.
Our Harbor Commission, back in our, let me see which meeting it was. I think it was our May meeting, asked to have a way to enforce launches, which we have not before. So we gave it to the city attorney. Mr. Downey drafted this ordinance for us, for you to approve.
Your Honor, I mean, I read the ordinance, the draft, and I would move to accept the introduction of the ordinance as it's written.
Support.
All right, the motion is made, supported. Any questions?
We need this ordinance because people are not paying and we can't enforce it? Is that what the problem is?
That's what I understand.
It's been ongoing for a long time. With people will sneak in and then come out and they won't pay, and they've really had no recourse. And
Really?
So it's probably a good thing to have.
So then this way you can get a license plate number and then
Call the
we
police,
can
you know.
ticket them.
Yes.
Yes.
Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
McCartney,
Yes.
Foley,
Yes.
Kinsfater,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Katie. Good job this weekend. All right, reports of administration, Mr. Booth.
I have two items this evening, Your Honor. First of all, the road project for repairs to Troon and Vine Streets is set to begin August 10th. James P. Contracting was awarded the contract. Information relating to the project schedule will be posted on the city's website and also on cable TV. Second item, just a reminder to residents that trash pickup has changed. It is just Thursday now, not Wednesday and Thursday. We still are receiving some calls here for those residents that maybe did not receive the card from Waste Management. So again, just a reminder. That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, any questions from Mr. Booth?
I have one, or two. The pet ordinance that we talked about, gosh, it seems like
2 meetings.
2 meetings ago, yep.
Yeah, a month now. Where are we at there?
It'll come back next one time. I haven't looked at it since then.
Have you?
I'm aware that there were changes requested, and I have not seen them yet.
What was their second thing?
The boardwalk. Any updates on the boardwalk?
I believe we find out at the end of this month if we got the grant. Isn't that what we heard? The end of August?
I want to say October, but if you're...
October.
I can verify that. I don't have the date, I'm sorry.
It'll be in August or October.
Close enough.
Anybody else? Mr. Downey? Or Mr. Booth? Any city departments tonight? Authorities, boards, commissions, council reps? All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Just a reminder again about the election tomorrow. Polling locations will be open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you want to view your sample ballot before arriving or you're not aware of where to vote, please visit michigan.gov/vote.
Thank you. All right, we will go to number 7. Do we have any unfinished business?
One, Your Honor, I'd like to reintroduce the Eversharp contract, bring it back up for a vote or discussion.
I'll second Councilmember Laporte's motion.
All right, so will we vote, the first vote is to be able to bring it back up?
No, Your Honor, on a motion to renew, at this point, there will only be one vote, and that is up or down on Councilmember Laporte's July 5th motion.
Okay.
We did want to add something to that motion, or is that going to just be added to the?
That'll be part of the negotiations. That'll all come back to us.
Very well.
All right. Okay, so the motion's been made by Member Laporte and supported by Member McCartney. Is there any questions?
Mayor, would you just tell us what you're voting on?
Sure. Dan Nemick? Ken Nemick. Eversharp Tools. Approached us with an offer, was it a month ago? To purchase 2-point-some odd acres in the industrial park, lot number 2. Lot 2. Negotiation at that time was basically, since there needs to be a drainage system put in there, the part of the negotiation was he would put the drainage in, and then the land would be free. Does anybody else have anything?
Or he would buy the land, and then we would have
Or we
the
would put
cost
it
to be
in.
borne on the city to put in the detention.
Right, thank you, yes.
So there was 2 options. He had option A and option B.
Right. We opted to give him the property if he puts the retention in. That's what we're voting on. All right.
Is that clear, Dan?
Anybody else? All right, would you call the roll, please? This does require 5 votes.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, call the roll, please.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Foley?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right. We'll go to new business. 8, approved proposal from TG Prees Paving Company for the 2015 local street improvement project rebid. Mr. Booth.
Okay, included in your packet is Road Professional Services recommendation to award the contract to TG Prees Paving Company. The amount is $399,282.50. This project will repave Hawthorne and parts of Orchard from 3rd to 6th Street, and then South 9th from Clinton Avenue to Fred Moore. And that will also put a paved parking lot in at the skate park. $368,000 and some change will be charged to the local street fund, with the remaining piece covered by parks, and that will be covered by grants or donations that we've received. This would be more donations than grants. Expenditures in the local streets will be offset by $192,000, $640 scrap tire grant that was received from the state. The net charge to local streets will be $176,232.50.
I'd move to approve the bid as presented, Your Honor.
Or,
All right, motion made, supported, questions? Call the roll, please.
Laporte,
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Foley,
Yes.
Kinsfater?
yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Approved, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Do we bring up the property grant, what is it, the LFDA, under new business, or we talk about that, it's for to extend that, direct administration?
Oh, we're going to direct
extend-
administration, right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. We can do that in this point.
Okay, I would like to move to instruct, to have administration instruct the attorney, I guess, to look at extending the LDFA from the existing Christian B. Haas Park to cover the industrial park north of Yankee Road.
I'll support that.
All right, motion made, supported, questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, let's go to B. We have a letter of resignation. You have before you a letter from Member Kleeman notifying us of his decision to resign his position as City Council representing the 3rd Ward. He is also resigning from many boards and committees that he serves on. At this point, with council's advice and consent, I would like to offer the idea that we tell anyone who's interested in finishing out the 3rd Ward term, which ends this December 31st, to get a letter into City Clerk, Ms. Sturdy, and then at the next meeting, we will make the appointment to finish out that term.
Now, I have a question, might sound silly, but because you brought that under new business, is that a letter, is that something that council has to accept, approve and accept, or is it just something that we just accept?
That's a question for the attorney.
Do we have to approve the letter?
Letter of interest?
Letter of
The
resignation?
No, that's his act, and yeah,
Okay.
he has the
All
right
right.
to resign, yes.
Unless there's any other discussion, we'll go forward and I'll ask for letters from anyone who's interested, and we'll, at the next meeting, make an appointment. And it's be finishing out a term.
And according to our last meeting, they could be from any ward in the city.
That apparently is correct.
Yes.
Yes,
So Ward 1, Ward 2, or Ward 3.
To finish out the term.
to finish out the term. The election will be in November.
Well, also to, right. You're right. Sorry.
All right. Then we'll move to 9. Claims and accounts, July 22, July 29, 216.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, I would make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Let's go to number 10, public comment. If anybody has any questions or comments, now's your time, please. Step up to the microphone, give us your name and address.
My name is Marshall Fugate. I live at 1001 South 15th Street. Yesterday, I was part of the volunteers for the voters. We had an incident with the police that really gets me disappointed in our police department. We had the train gates down at Cargill, and there was no train. And we had boats coming in and out, and people trying to go through those gates. And I was in the middle of it directing traffic, and the police sergeant came up and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm directing traffic." She said, "What's going on?" I said, "The gates are stuck." And she said, "Oh," and drove on. She came back half an hour later, drove right on by me, didn't even look at me. I was out there for about an hour until my boss pulled me. He said, "You don't need to be out there." And why is our police force doing things like that? Aren't they supposed to be serving us? I'm just concerned about that. I would like somebody to check in on it for me.
Thank you, Marshall. Mr. Booth will be checking on that tomorrow.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Hi, Jane Duffy, 866 North Kearney Drive. I thought the Saturday night music was extremely excessive, loud-wise. And I didn't want to call 911 and complain because I think it wasn't an emergency. But I swear Richmond could have heard it. And when it took me out of bed at 11:30 at night, I thought that was way too much. So I don't know whether you have any control over that or not, but I thought it was way, way out of line.
Thank you. Anybody else?
My name's Alan Locke. I live in Marysville at 3333 Ravenswood Road, lot 77. And what I'm here for is the security down at Riverfest. I was collecting cans and bottles on Friday night, and the Centennial Security says you can't pick up the cans and bottles out of the trash because the cleanup crew does that. Well, I've seen the cleanup crew the last 2 years just don't even go through the bags to get all the cans and bottles out. They just pull the bags out of the thing and just tie them up, and they throw them in the dumpster. I looked in that dumpster yesterday, the 3 dumpsters. You should have seen all the cans and bottles that were in those bags, and they went all to the landfill today. That's thrown a lot of money away. If the Centennial Security would let people go through these trash cans, there wouldn't be that many cans and bottles getting thrown away every year at this festival. And I got the telephone numbers of this Fun Fest and this BWORA telephone numbers. If you guys can please contact this Centennial Security and talk to them about this. And that's it.
Thank you, Alan. Anybody else?
My name's Paul Daler. I live at 240 South 10th Street. What I'd like the committee to think about is this city is real poor for legally blind and blind people. It's just terrible. If you have to walk the sidewalks are terrible, but I'd like to see a sidewalk put on the north side of Fedmore Highway so we can walk to the bank and stuff that way. Trying to cross the street, Fedmore Highway, is dangerous for a person. There's no light or nothing there. Another thing I like is the bus system we have. It's a great bus system, but the hours are terrible. The senior citizens can only ride it from 10 to 4. Doctors don't like to get appointments that late. They like to get the patients in early. I'd like to see the council think about starting the bus system earlier so the elderly can get to their doctors and make doctor's appointments and other things.
Paul, you're talking about the M29 Transit that comes down 29? Is that the bus system you're talking about, or?
I think he's
Or you're talking about our city van? The city van?
bus.
Okay,
Our senior bus.
right.
You know, if they had split up, had 2 drivers maybe, morning or afternoon or whatever, it would be, more convenient for the seniors.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? All right, then we will move to number 11, mayor and council member comments and announcements. I do have a couple quick things, and then I'm going to also ask our member Kingspotter if he'd like to take a minute. But certainly, on behalf of this council, I think that we can say thank you very much to the Boat Race Committee. I know there's always glitches, and it's very difficult. There's a lot of volunteers. People put a lot of time and energy into it. I had a lot of good comments. The music Saturday night, I think part of it was the wind was out of the east, and I think that really carried the music, and maybe the level was too, but we'll certainly look at that. But you guys do a great job, and we certainly appreciate everything. I want to thank the DPW, the police department, the fire department. There's just so many, there's so many people. You want to say
I'm
something?
just out of words, Mayor.
You're out of words?
Out of words.
Really?
It's been
Okay.
a long weekend.
It's been a long, yeah. All right. Well, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, because the energy that it brings to the city is truly amazing. And the concerns that people shared with us tonight, we will certainly address. I'm going to go to 12 and ask for closed session to discuss strategy connected with the negotiation of a collective bargaining agreement with the employees representative of the Police Officers Labor Council.
I make the motion, Your Honor.
Support.
Call the roll, please.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes?
Foley?
Yes.
Kinstadter?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
We may take action when we come back out. We may not. Also, don't forget this Friday, Beer and Wine Festival, Saturday, Barney Gras at the Boat Harbor. Thank you, everyone.